Iron Man is in Spider-Man Homecoming, but how much will we actually see of him? I'm Sasha Pearl Raver, and this is Screen Junkies News. Spider-Man Homecoming is just a couple of months away from hitting theaters and our eyeballs, so we're starting to get more and more information about it every week. Journalists had a set visit way back in August, and they learned that Iron Man may not have as many scenes in the film as we thought, but is still certainly a crucial part of the story. As Spider-Man co-producer Eric Carroll told reporters, Robert Downey Jr., quote, might be in like 5 or 6 scenes total. Here to tell us how they feel about that is Markia McCarty from Marvel Movie News. Hey, girl.
Hey.
So 5 or 6 scenes. I feel like we kind of already saw those in the trailer that showed us kind of like everything.
Yeah, that was a heck of a trailer, wasn't it? I enjoyed seeing Spider-Man Homecoming in that trailer.
Well, let's break down the scenes that we saw in the trailer, which I think total 5 or 6.
Yeah.
We've got the scene in the car where he's telling Peter Parker to not do anything he wouldn't do. Ha, I love that.
Yes.
You've got the scene in Avengers Tower where he's telling Peter to let the heroes handle the vultures.
Yeah, once again telling him, hey, back off.
Yeah.
You know, put your training wheels on.
You've got the scene where he comes to the rescue in the Staten Island Ferry because he didn't back off.
He didn't put those training wheels on. He tried to play with the big boys.
And he couldn't handle it yet.
Yeah.
You've got him taking the suit back. Why?
Because he told him twice he had to save him. That suit go bye-bye. Daddy's
mad. And we've got him flying with Spider-Man. That's 5 scenes.
Yeah.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
But is that all we're going to see?
You know, I'm not mad about it just being 5 or 6 scenes with him, because when you think about it, just Spider-Man in general, you have, for instance, the influence of Uncle Ben that you have with Spider-Man. You only get him for this little amount of time, you know, but he makes a huge impact on Spider-Man's life, you know, with that father figure, being a father figure. With Iron Man, I am A-okay with only that amount because I want a Spider-Man movie. I don't want Civil War Part 2. You know, not yet.
Very true.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I want Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
So to be able to do that, yes, they're going to have to limit the influence of, you know, Iron Man, of Tony Stark. But yet he's also like kind of a behind the scenes influence, kind of like that voice in the back of your head.
Well, it's funny you say the voice in the back of your head because we did a video yesterday where we talked about the Spider-Man suit, and apparently it's going to have sort of a Jarvis-like AI that he can speak to. And we were debating whose voice it might be. And Joe Starr and I were saying that it might be Tony Stark's voice. And I think they're going to kill Tony Stark in Infinity War, and the voice will still live on in the suit.
I will say that I think you're right about a lot of deaths that are happening in Infinity War. A great deal.
Contracts are up, people. People die when contracts are up.
Hey, but like in comic books, you know, people die and then they come back.
Yeah.
I mean, and think about it. Harold Meacham from Iron Fist, he died and he got resurrected by the hand.
Elektra.
Yeah, Elektra will get resurrected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the sort of Stark-Parker relationship. Like you said, it is very much a father-son, mentor, sensei, and little grasshopper relationship. What is it that you want to see, and what do you think that they're going to be able to lay out in these scenes? Because are we mapping the entire relationship in what we've already seen?
We easily could, especially since the co-producer said 5 or 6 scenes, and they gave us pieces of 5 or 6 different times in that one trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me started on that. There was too much. It dropped too much. It's like tease us, like the original Alien trailer. They tease you. You get like these little flashes, and then there's the egg, and you're like, oh my God, what does that mean?
What's an egg?
Exactly. Okay, but
it's a horrible person on Twitter. It's true.
Exactly. Yeah, but for the Stark-Parker relationship, obviously Tony Stark sees himself in Peter Parker. Like he sees this geeky, awkward guy, but he doesn't have money like, you know, Tony did. He also doesn't have a father figure to grow up with. Well, past the age that he is now.
Right.
Like Tony, you know, lost his father, thanks Super Soldier program, you know, and everything like that. So yes, he sees this brilliant, geeky kid, and he just he doesn't want him to make the same mistakes that he does. And like when you see in the trailer, he's like, no, I want you to be better. I want you to do better. I think that's such a dad thing to say. I mean, he's a fun dad, but that's a dad thing to say.
Do you think Dad's going to hook up with Aunt May? Aunt Bay?
be Uncle Stark.
I'm just wondering. I mean, Marissa Tomei is a beautiful woman, and they've worked together in the past, so we know that they've already got that chemistry. I just wonder if there might be like a quickie kiss in the closet sort of moment.
I think he would be lucky if that happened. And then also, what about his love?
Oh,
well, we forgot about her.
Bye, Pepper. Bye. Okay. Do you think also that part of this is because Tom Holland is sort of unchampioned at this point? He's an amazing actor, but like people don't know him as well as they know Robert Downey Jr. and as well as they know Iron Man. Right. Do you think that this is just a marketing ploy? They're like, okay, throw all of the Iron Man in these scenes because people will show up for Iron Man and then they will fall in love with Tom Holland.
I don't think you're totally off the mark with that. In fact, I think that's a really good angle because, of course, they're going to be like, oh, Civil War was so incredibly popular and they really loved, you know, the Tony Stark, Peter Parker there. So let's go ahead and show them, be like, hey, this exists in this too, which they don't have to do that because Spider-Man is such an incredible property that it survived Spider-Man 3. If it could survive that, it could survive anything.
Yeah.
You know?
And the Incredible Spider-Man.
Exactly. So, yeah, it isn't necessary. They didn't have to do it. They didn't have to do it. But they did it, and it's fine. It's good.
How much Stark is enough Stark?
I think that was enough Stark.
5 or 6 scenes is enough for you.
I'm okay with that because, like I said, I want a Spider-Man movie. If they want to throw in, you know, a scene where he's flirting with Aunt May, I'm okay with that. I think that's cute. But otherwise than that, I'm okay with it. I'd rather it be between Spider-Man and Vulture. Vulture's, you know, kind of justified hatred towards Tony Stark for starting up damage control. And I want that. I want the Spider-Man Vulture. Give me Shocker. Let's see the Chitauri technology that these bad guys, you know, scavenge and then use. It's like, that's what we want to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we want to know how much Stark is enough Stark for you. Let us know in the comments below. You can tweet us at SJ News. Make sure to like and subscribe. Of course, you can always click here for more Screen Junkies news. We'll see you again soon.